Welcome everybody to this episode of RoadKill, where we're gonna see how much it takes for all of our piles of junk to beat an electric car. Alright everybody, so today we are gonna try to beat an electric car. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I don't even know how fast the electric car is, so that's what today's gonna really be about, is, getting a feel for the electric car, seeing what I might have in the fleet that might beat it. I have a few cars that are contenders. I know the Restarsto isn't going to beat this thing down the drag strip. It doesn't have the tire for it. So, yeah. Well, basically what's going to be happening is, there's going to be two events. We're going to be doing a drag event, and we're going to be going on the track. This is going to be taking place out in LA in 2 days. So, I got 2 days to make 3 cars go faster than it down the drag strip, and whatever else I can get out that I have in LA that can go faster on the track. Now, what's already out at LA is the Bowline card, which we already know that's going to destroy on the track. So, I feel pretty confident. Restarsto, I'm going to throw it out on the track because I haven't really gotten to use the thing ever since I did the few upgrades to it. But, yeah, I'm gonna finally get to see this thing on the track. But, here it is, the electric car, and our few contenders for today. So, in the recent BeamNG update, they have added this, the Hirochi ESBR, which is an electric vehicle. This is the performance variant, so I don't know how much horsepower it's making, but as you can see by the speedometer, it's in decimals, which I have no clue what that means. Electric cars are an alien to me, basically. But I'm gonna try and beat it. I have to have something in the fleet that can beat this thing, and I'm hoping the Rotson, the Cardboard Covette, and Iris are potentially going to be able to beat this. Now, here's my theory behind all this. For Starstone, I want to run it down the drag strip at least once against this car to maybe get a good time, but this is probably going to be the slowest car we're going to have. Cardboard Covette, it is 2 engines and a turbo. It's pretty fast. The last time I used it, I managed to run a mid-9, I think, which is very good. I've tuned up the car, I've rebuilt the motor since the episode with this thing, so this thing should be a pretty big contender for, what's with the speedometer? You know, it would figure that the one car that I think is going to be able to kick this electric thing's ass is broken. All right. Well, here's Iris. Iris is like really a background character to all this. This car's never really gone fast, and it's gonna be going out to LA anyways because I'm gonna be doing a RoadKill projects episode on this car. I'm gonna convert it to an automatic. I'm over the manual in this thing. It sucks. And yeah, I'm gonna see how much faster this thing can get with an auto in it, and See if I can actually run half decent times in this car. I'm gonna solve the suspension issue. I'm gonna get this gasser look out of it and just, you know, kind of get it flat. So I'm probably gonna put stock suspension back in the car for drag racing. Yes. And the Rotson. My only theory about this thing possibly beating the electric car is because this car is somewhat lighter than half the shit that I have here. Well, now, since the Corvette just decided to rev to 85,000 RPM and blow up as soon as I hit the gas. No clue why it did that. But yeah, lightweight V8. The Rotson's making like 300-ish horsepower. So if this thing is at least like running tens, maybe I'll throw the bottle on it and see if I could get this thing into the high nines. But I don't even know how fast this electric car is going to run. So let's get the app out. Let's see how good the electric car is at drag racing. And there's not even a start and stop button. It's just you hit the gas and go. Ooh, it's torquey. Now, I'm going to run the car without any traction control or stability control. It's just going to be, the car as raw as it can get. Right? I don't even know how to launch this thing. Just floor it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I didn't expect this thing to be that fast. 9.4? You gotta be joking. This is an electric car and it just almost went 8s in the quarter mile. Oh boy. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm losing against this thing in the drag race. Like that, I only want to beat this thing in the drag race, and I'm losing. I know it already. The only car that I think that would even stand a chance against this thing is stealing the Mustang from Sean, or getting my 19 Mustang and throwing a better blower than the Mustang on it. Because that is the godly 10-speed auto. That thing can go like an 11.0 in the quarter, stock, without any type of aspiration. All right, well, let's get this thing out of the way, see if it does any good. But this is the American way to do a drag race, not the electric car way. All right, well, that was a pretty shitty burnout. This thing sounds so rowdy. $11.8. I think that's actually the fastest pass for this car. This thing sounds so good. This is like, no car in the fleet is ever gonna top this thing. It's a small block, it sounds awesome, and it's got a supercharger on it, and it looks amazing. This car is never gonna be beat by anything. I don't care what electric car. Alright. That's blown up. This... Oh, this ain't gonna run good. Ready to know it. Now, I'm not even sure if this thing can still do a burnout on these slicks. Oh, yeah, no. Converters, they're not the converter, the fucking trans isn't gonna let it. Yeah, no, this thing ain't doing a burnout. It's gonna spin like crazy. Oh, great. Alright. $11,100. Alright, so yeah, this thing's definitely not going. This thing's gonna need an auto and a better rear diff before it goes fast. Now, for people who don't know, in the recent Beam update with all the new engine sounds, they made the Bullite engine sound like crap. So, this is what a Bullite engine should sound like. Oh, this thing's a pig. Oh boy. This thing is an absolute pig. Oh boy. Oh, I'm back at square one. I gotta go back to the compound and I have to look through vehicles. Like the first one that comes to mind has to be the cop car. Which is a vehicle that we built on a projects episode. Because I recently tuned that thing up to where it revs out to like 6,800 RPM on nitrous. Which is incredible for that car. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking the blower off the thing, or taking the nitrous out of it and putting a blower on it instead. But if I cram a little bit more nitrous into it, I might be able to, make it go faster than the electric car. So, let's go over to the compound. Oh man, this place is fun. Seriously, the compound was the greatest decision I think we've ever made. Maybe trying to beat an electric car was not the greatest decision. But we're digging deep. If we're coming back here to look for a car that might be able to beat, an electric car. I don't even know how much of this junk runs. I don't know how much of this junk is broken. And I don't even know what the hell is even going to run. Or even be fast. Oh boy. What is in here? Oop. So we got the cop car. That is definitely a contender. The Crusher Moonhawk. That might be a good idea. I know the Roamer's not going to be able to do it. Freak Show ain't the right decision. The Ranchero isn't ever going to be fast enough. The Regency's not going to be fast enough. Now, see, what I'd like to get out of this is maybe, like, 3 vehicles for the drag strip, and then, like, one of them sits out because they're drag ready. We always got the JDM Dream here, which is a car that's never been on the show before, but we still have it. I don't even know if it runs. I don't know how fast it is. I haven't seen this car since episode 30. A lot of these I haven't seen since episode 30. Like the Ranchero, I haven't seen that since we took it up to Canada. Freak Show, I haven't seen that since the episode it was in. The Regency, I've seen a few times. Cop Car, I've seen. This thing I haven't seen since the beginning of the season. Bob ain't a good idea. Bob's not going to be able to do it. But I say, let's get the JDM Dream out. Oop. Let's see, this is it. Ooh. It's got no exhaust. It's making about 10 pounds of boost, as I can see. Let's move the Roamer, if I can. Take it out of 4-wheel. I don't know why it's still in 4-wheel. Oh my god, this thing does not handle well. My question is, what stage is the turbo? Does it feel like this thing could be a lot more deadly? What stage is this turbo? Great. That's a great... Okay, there we go. What stage is the turbo? Stage 2. Make it any higher? Stage 3? Tunable boost. Tunable boost. This is the reason why I don't record during the day. No, we cannot tune the boost. It does have a stock ECU, so I might be able to tune it if I put it in. A diesel, I can swap a fucking diesel engine in this thing. I'll make enough torque. Let's put an adjustable race ECU in it. See if I can tune the boost then. I might be able to tune the rev range as well. 6,500. No tunable boost, though. And I'm gonna turn the rear tire pressure down. Let's put that at 15. Maybe then we'll have a chance. Let's turn it up. Let's get this thing revving to 7 grand. This is where I blow the motor up. This is where I'm gonna need the Mustang. I already know it. Oh, this thing is mint. Making 19 pounds of boost now. What the hell did I just hit? Oh, if only if it was more torquey. Like, this thing is making no torque. It could also be suspension. That might be the biggest issue. I'm gonna look into that. Alright, let's see how this thing does. This thing actually sounds kind of cool. Okay, what the hell is dragging? Oh, the suspension helped this thing out. Oh, this thing ain't gonna be fast on the drag strip. Oh man, this thing is a track machine now! Oh, and it pulls hard with the turbo. It needs brakes. I think the bumper is what's screwing with the car. But let's get rid of that really quick. I gotta take this thing over to the flat area because this thing moves. Man, I never thought this car would be good. This thing actually moves pretty good. And I thought we weren't gonna bring this thing back. Okay, it's not that. I still hear the noise. Is it the tow hitch? It's tow hitch. Oh, we're beating this thing. This car is beating it around the track, because this thing moves pretty good. Oh, this thing is fun. Oh, the brakes are half decent. All right, let's see. Is it literally the skid plate? Like, is the skid plate fucked up in this car? I don't know what's dragging. All right, maybe this fixed it. Oop. Oh, I got a bash bar for a reason. I don't know what the hell's dragging. I'm gonna have to figure that out. You know what? I wonder if it's the sway bar, because you can kind of, it's like, it feels dodgy on dirt. Like, it's like the wheels are getting lifted up. Oh, well. Let me put in a better radiator. Could be something with the transmission. No, I doubt it. Like, all that I could think of is it's something with the rear end. Let's just pull the sway bar. Not gonna need it. Hopefully. Alright, well, you know what? This thing's good enough. This thing's going. I don't care. I think we're still gonna get the Mustang together. But yeah. What the hell? There's something floating. Alright, well, I'm gonna figure out what the hell's floating, and, we're gonna get the cop car out, see how that thing's running. It's running. it moves too. Okay. This thing hauls. This is such a great car. Transmission still slips a little bit. I keep forgetting this thing is ABS. Just see how it pulls over here. Yeah, this thing's pretty good. Yeah, this thing's going. I think this car would have a chance if I put a bigger shot of nitrous in it. Alright, the Crusher Moonhawk. I don't even know if this thing's gonna move under its own power. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there's no drive shaft. Great. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this car now. The amount of breakage in this episode is catastrophic now. Okay, so this stupid thing just needed a drive shaft, because now it should move under its own power. It needed a diff as well. Oh, that was the Ranchero. Come on, start up. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, I need to put some better tires on this thing. I don't know about this thing. With the open diff, it might not be good. Yeah, this thing might not be good for, oh boy. I think I should put my money on the Mustang, because I'm gonna road trip the Restarsto out, stop at Sean's place, and we're gonna see if I can put a bigger blower on the Mustang. So, I think this thing is going to sit out. But it might have done well if it was going to, but I think we have our contenders. I think I'm gonna throw the wagon, another vehicle that we made in a episode of Projects. I think I'm gonna try to throw the wagon at it. Maybe my Cornet, supercharged 440. That might do pretty well. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything put away. All right, well, yeah. I might throw a couple other vehicles at the electric car, but we got to get road tripping and we got to get out to Sean's. So, yeah. I think that's going to come up in part 2, though, because I've already recorded a lot for this episode. So I think you are going to see the exciting conclusion, part 2, of how much does it take to beat an electric car. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.